Now it's 4:48. Let's talk to Chita Craft right now with some statewide temps. Other portions of the state feeling like December.
Yes, they sure are. You're right. You know, here locally, we're going to be at or even above average with our temperatures. Not the case once you had Amarillo, Lubbock this morning. Even Dallas checking in 42, 32 this morning, though, in Amarillo. So there is cold air to our north. We are not expected to really tap into that. We're going to see a slight drop in our temperatures as we head into Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning. But otherwise, we're actually looking at a pretty steady forecast over about the next 7 to 10 days. Pretty unusual, right? Live look over downtown. Visibility not an issue. We will monitor the potential for some fog overnight tonight into early Tuesday morning. But otherwise, 46 in Conroe, 46 in Cleveland this morning, 54 in Sugar Land. Pearland, good morning. You're currently at 52 degrees. So most of you, when you head outside, you'll notice kind of a cool start to the day, but then temperatures are going to build nicely all throughout the day. Live look outside on the island this morning. Good morning, Galveston. Everything's mostly calm. We are going to continue to see a nice warm up with winds less than 5 miles per hour. We have calm conditions this morning with calm winds expected overnight. A little more humidity will creep in thanks to the cloud cover overnight. That's why a little fog will be possible Tuesday morning. Typically this time of the year we should be about 64. Overnight lows should be more into the mid 40s. So again, we're tracking temperatures anywhere from about 8 to 10 degrees above average. That's the case this afternoon. We're pushing 70 later today. Notice I'm expecting partly to mostly cloudy skies, so clouds stay in place. And because of that, overnight tonight into tomorrow, temperatures, you'll be waking up to not quite as chilly conditions as to what you're waking up with this morning. Lots of sunshine, though, especially as we head towards the end of the week and the weekend. Really nice. I mean, 60s and 70s. Steph, not a bad week before we head into Christmas.
We like hearing the word sunshine.